Hey, what's up? This is Wilson for Meditation and Entertainment. And what I'm going to do today is go over my, not quite a game room, but more like a game wall. Show you everything I got, so let's get into it. So for any video game room, this is almost a game room cliche, but you have to have the Halo 3 Master Chief, I guess the Halo 3 Legendary Edition, so that of course came with the Master Chief helmet, which this is pretty cheap. It's not really expensive. It was only like maybe 35 bucks. It's missing the crap that came in there, but from what I understand, it was just some developer videos, nothing too spectacular. I guess the biggest thing for this piece is really the helmet. Looks good. Alright, so after that, what do we have here? It's the NES Classic Edition. And I'm kind of mad that, well, mad for two reasons. I'm mad that Nintendo stopped making it, and I'm even more mad that I had to pay a scalper to get, my own copy. But, it's done. I have it. It's out of print. I'll never use it. I just bought it pretty much just for the shelf. So let's put it back on the shelf where it belongs. This, of course, is a Fallout 4 GameStop exclusive. It's a mug. It's a replica of the Pip-Boy. If you play in the Fallout games, you know what that is. Yeah, it's a mug, so it's really more decorative. I don't think you're supposed to use it. Who knows? It may have lead paint, no telling. But that would be fitting, for it being a Fallout type piece. Moving along. What do we have here? Just HDMI converter for any Wii. So I use the component cables, so there's no need for this. So I guess I'll just put it back where I found it. Now, if you watch enough game tour videos, what you will see is that a lot of people use these IKEA Kallax shelving systems. I think they're called Kallax, and you can get fabric bins for them, and they work really great for retro collecting. These over here are mostly empty except for this one. This one I keep all kinds of headphones and stuff like that. Any accessories I need for the games. Now these systems, or these storage units, are also really good because they fit pretty much all the video game systems. Now my philosophy is I want to maximize the fun for the smallest space, so I have 8 systems here? 9 systems? 10? Well, who knows, but they'll fit here pretty compactly. Now, nobody uses all the controllers all the time, so what I've done is put all the controllers in this fabric bin once again, and you only need 1 or 2 per system out. Like I have over here, you can see your Wavebirds, you got your Switch controllers, your Wii controllers, PS4s. You only need 1 copy out, really. All the extras go in here, and I really recommend putting them in Ziploc bags. It makes sorting through them pretty quickly, and it keeps them from getting all tangled up. Dreamcast controller. Okay, so we'll continue with the, not really game room, but the game wall, as I call it. Okay, so here, let's go over the systems. I'm gonna try to adjust the brightness a little bit so you can see. We have the modded Wii. Now this one's modded, so it plays all the Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16. You can dump the GameCube games, you can dump the Wii games. It actually has the entire Nintendo library, the entire Super Nintendo library, and Genesis library. Really good, really nice. Next to it's, of course, the Wii U, which was a failure because not enough people bought it. But it really had a lot of good games, and I've bought quite a few of them, which I'll show a few of them when I move on to the games area. Next, of course, is the 360. After maybe 2 units I had that originally failed on me, the Red Ring of Death. Everybody knows what that is, no need to get into that. Next to it's the OG PS3. Now this is the 60 gig model, and I bought this one because it plays all the PlayStation 2 games without software emulation. They came out later with the 80 gig model that would have like 95% compatibility, but it was doing it through emulation, so it was not as good. But yeah, this one will play all the PS1, PS2, PS3 games, so that's why I just have this. I do have a PS1 and the PS2, which you'll see, but they're just for show. No need to plug them up because this one does it all. Over here we have, of course, PlayStation 4. Of course, the Xbox One Elite Edition. Some expansion storage, because with these game patches, you just need plenty of space. So moving on, we moved on to a little bit of older consoles. Up here we have of course, the Nintendo 64, and here's Rayman 2 in there, which I have this game actually for the PlayStation, the Dreamcast, and the N64. Here we have a little bit of the import situation going on with the Super Famicom, and then here I have a Mario Kart. Attached, it's this 8-bit Do. Not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but these are little dongles that let you connect a PS4 controller or a Wii U Pro controller, you know, so you can go wireless basically. In fact, the only thing I have that's really wired here is the Dreamcast. Now this Dreamcast is actually kind of special because I bought Nemo's USB GD-ROM mod, which basically replaces a GD-ROM. In fact, this burned copy of Sonic is just for show, you know, but it actually has a thumb drive in there with about 100 Dreamcast games, so that's kind of nice. Just close that up. Moving on, we have the original Xbox, and I bought the Logitech wireless controller thingy because I really don't like cables, you know. Down here, of course, the Super Nintendo, which I had wished that this Super Nintendo had the Japanese styling, so the Super Famicom. Now the PAL version of the Super Nintendo actually looks like the Super Famicom, and which I think is a more classic look. I almost forgot the OG Nintendo down here. No games in there. And it also has one of these little 8-bit doohickeys, so you can control them wirelessly. These little separators are from IKEA as well, so it makes it nice. You can stack, you know, 2 systems, 3 systems. You know, get everything nice and compact. Moving on, we have, of course, the Wii U gamepad, and I have this nice switcher which I got from Amazon. It's IO Gear, but here's branded as Avior, and it's 8x1 HDMI switcher, which makes it nice switching between systems. What I like about this one is you can also program it to either switch to an input or to just ignore any input, which is helpful because the Nintendo Switch has a nasty habit of taking over HDMI switchers. So I turned off the auto switching, that way you can just ignore it. And when you have a lot of systems, you're gonna have to have, here's the HDMI switcher, up here is the analog switcher, you know, for Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, 64, Dreamcast, etc. This one's kind of a nice switcher. I think I got this off Amazon as well. Of course, switch with the blue Joy-Cons. Put that down there. Moving on, just some controllers. I think I already showed the, you know, most frequently used controllers. Here's Cortana, which she doesn't do much. Just turn on the Xbox, I guess. Here's some little plastic ball figures or whatever. Of course, Mario, Hammer, Super Mario, Mushroom, and the Fire Plant. That's not video game related. Here's, of course, the 360 Connect. We don't use that too much. Then these systems over here are pretty much just for show, because there's no reason to connect them, because I already have the systems over there that'll play the games. Here we have, of course, the Nintendo Top Loader. Nice, compact, clean. Got a really good deal on this one. This is one of the orange, they call them Fantastic series. Some people collect all the colors, the reds, the smoke, the green. I'm just happy with the orange. The orange looks nice. And in here I have actually the Japanese version of Mario 64, which has the Rumble Pack support. So when you play the game, you can actually feel Mario jump around or you get hit and stuff with the actual Rumble Pack. Moving on down here, just of course a few more controllers, the systems I use. We show those here. Just let me adjust the brightness a little bit. Well, I guess I can't really adjust it too much. This is the mobile setup thing that was already shown in one of the meditation videos, so if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. And this is just the thing, just the basic switch, cover. If I'm just going to take this switch for an hour or two, I don't need to take the entire mobile setup, so I just take this one. Here is a Goomba, kind of falling apart. Yep. And another almost cliched game collecting thing is the little decay drums. They actually work. Played that one time. It was alright. Put that back. Then we'll move on to a little bit of the shelf systems, which here is, like I said, let me adjust the brightness just a little bit. So have the PS2. All these systems work, they're just not connected because there's, like I said, once again, there's no reason to connect them. The OG PlayStation 1, which actually works. Mario telling us what he thinks. Tanuki Mario, little furry, telling us what he thinks of the PlayStation. This is the revision to the Super Nintendo, which was called the SNES Junior. And here's Street Fighter, which is a game throughout my gaming life I've bought too many times. I always say it's always the last time I'm going to buy it, but I keep falling for it and buying it again. So once again, I bought it for the Switch. Here's the GameCube, which is kind of special, maybe because it has the actual digital output. So if I ever find that composite cable, then I can actually use it. But right now, it's no big need because the Wii's modded to dump the GameCube games anyway, and I have it with the component cables. Here's a few amiibos. These are the Breath of the Wild ones. I only bought these to help me out with the Breath of the Wild game. We have the Archer Link, I guess, I don't know what you call that one, Horse Link, whatever, and back there's the Twilight Princess Wolf Link. A few more amiibos. I really just buy them just for decoration, because they really don't do too much. All they do in most games is unlock some costumes or whatever. Now this little guy, yep, that is Mario. My mom made that for me, so gotta keep mom busy, so he may look a little rough, but that is Mario. I guess this is the home craft area, because my niece made this I guess Mario level Christmas ornament. Yeah, there's levels of mushrooms, throwing a few mushrooms to help me out. And of course there's a flagpole. And this actual lamp is of course Mario themed. You can tell the green pipes that one of my sisters made for me as well, so that's kind of nice. Okay, real quick, I guess the last thing really is to go over a few games. Now, before I get into it, my philosophy for games is I kind of want basically kind of good games, and I'm not interested in trying to collect a whole wall full of crap games just so I can show you how much stuff I can buy. I'm just not interested in that. What I want is a few good games. Now, this does have some filler because some of these games were inherited, which I plan on cleaning out and just having a nice tight collection. So I'll go over a few of the highlights, some of my favorites. Well, let me start with the Switch. I hate digital games. I do have a few of them, like Snake Pass is on my Switch, Thumper, some Rhythm Violence game, Master Blaster, and there's probably one more, Fast RMX. But these are the physical ones I have, which is, gotta have Legend of Zelda, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, great, Puyo Puyo Tetris, and of course, like I said, I always fall for it, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers. And see a few highlights. I got pretty much bullied into playing Dark Souls 3, so I gave it my best shot, but I'll probably never play another Dark Souls game. Now for my PlayStation, I try to get the exclusives, but these that are multi-plat, I just got them because they came when I bought, the system. But I do I'm pretty much from now on planning on just getting exclusives like Horizon Zero Dawn. The Last of Us stuff is great. I can't wait for The Last of Us 2. Ratchet & Clank's great. Street Fighter 5 and the Uncharted series. Here, as you can tell, the popularity contest, it's like the Xbox One a lot better. And if there's any game that's multi-plat, I'm gonna pick it up for my Xbox One before I would pick it up for PlayStation 4, because most people I know are on the Xbox One. So a few highlights: Fallout 4. I love Fallout. I've been playing it for over a year. I take my time with games. I'm not in a rush. I'm just gonna enjoy the game. That one's good. Fallout 4. Crap. I have a Division somewhere. What do we have here? Tomb Raiders. Just kind of the random type stuff. Here, the Wii U. A few highlights. Like I said, I'm still collecting for the Wii U. Probably a good time to pick up some games since they're pretty cheap. I found this one, the Bayonetta, which is Bayonetta 2. And this one's a special copy that comes with the Bayonetta 1. That was a good find. Really, my Wii collection's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it overall. Just a variety of games. I bought the Wind Waker, not Wind Waker, the Breath of the Wild, because it was such a good game. I just wanted it for the Wii U. This was kind of its swan song, really. At least it went out with a bang. Great game. I just discovered Mass Effect, so I just started playing this one, Mass Effect 3. Bought it for $7, can't beat that. Heard a lot about this game, Rodea Soldier, especially this copy that comes with the Wii version. It's supposed to be really good, I just haven't had a chance to play it yet. You got your Marios, Xenoblade Chronicles, the furry stuff, like at Yoshi's Woolly World. Some Wii games, you got Mario Kart again, Kirby, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Move on down here. I probably need more GameCube games, but I'm not in a rush. I have the ones I wanted pretty much. Mario Kart, Mario Sunshine. Is that Donkey Kong Jungle Beat? Yep, little drums. And Luigi's Mansion. 360, some oddball stuff, but this one's a really good game. Alan Wake. I really recommend playing this one. They make good use of the suspense factor. What else? Bioshocks are a good series. I just picked up Bioshock 2. Haven't had a chance to play it. I played the other two. Great games. Moving along, we'll just kind of speed up a little bit. It's getting kind of not too long video, but still. Now here on my Xbox, original Xbox games, the ones that are upside down means that the 360 won't play them. So those are ones I have to play on the original hardware. But the ones that are upright, 360 will play. So highlights are, of course, Conker's Bad Fur Day. What else do I have? Outrun 2. I heard a lot about Knights of the Old Republic. I'll get around to playing it eventually. Next row, some of the retro stuff. The Super Nintendo. Yoshi's Island, Tetris Attack. Probably one of my better ones, the Turtles in Time. Nothing too expensive, because I'm just not trying to waste my money on overpriced inflated games. Actually, the market's kind of inflated for the Super Nintendo right now. Anyway, Super R-Type, Mario's Gradius, Final Fight, Contra, and of course Castlevania 4, which I recently played through all the way again. Great game. Then here's just, just good games. There aren't many games like this anymore. Adventure Island, Blaster Master, which I'm loving the new one on the Switch, so I'm going to go back and play all through this one. So the Castlevanias, Contra, Gradius, Mario Bros. Ninja Gaiden 2, Super C, and of course I love the Marios, so I recently played through all of them again. Turtles, the arcade game. Some of the Dreamcast stuff. Once again, if you have a Dreamcast, you have to have Shenmue. Period. Shenmue, let's see, I kind of skipped over these. And these are some Super Famicom games. I think this one's called Poppin' Twin B, just kind of a strange shooter. Donkey Kong 2, only because it was cheap, only like $10. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, once again, cheap. This is some kind of puzzle game. And this one's Doraemon, some kind of cat-looking creature. I only bought it because it's kind of Japan's unofficial country mascot, Doraemon. So I'm gonna have to get a guide or something so I can play through it. But anyway, just a few Super Famicom games. Moving down, kind of getting close to the end of the collection here, but have a lot of, not a whole lot, a few PS2 games. Some highlights: Gradius 5 shooters, pretty good highlight. Okay, these Harry Potter ones, like I said, they were given to me. I'll probably clean them out at some point, get rid of them. Onimusha collection. I haven't actually played this last one, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. Raid, another shooter. Got your Ratchet and Clanks, of course. SSX Tricky. Then on the PS3 had a lot of good PS2 compilations. You know, the disc compilations of PS2 games. Demon Souls. This one's a little bit easier than the Dark Souls, so I may actually play through it. But yeah, you have a prequel, God of War, then you have the God of War Saga, which is a trilogy. Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, good collection. The Journey collection, pretty good game. The Journey one. The Flower one's a little weird. You float around and play with your flower friends. Got the Killzone trilogy. Then some just different stuff. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Puppeteer, kind of a unique game. Then of course the Ratchet and Clank collections. So the PS2 is good for a lot of compilations of PS2 games, and they're usually HD remakes. Here's the Resistance trilogy, of course the Sly collection. A lot of collections here, which is kind of good. You know, get a lot of good games for a cheap price. Then I have some PS1 stuff. The best song for a video game for me is Ridge Racer's Rare Hero. So I just ripped that off the disc, since these old discs were just CDs were just Redbook audio. So I ripped it and I listened to it. It's a good, good song. But anyhow, what do I have here? Blaster Master blasting again. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a great game. I have a lot of games I need to finish, but this is a great game. And this is the Black Label one, because when a lot of these games were reissued, they were just like cheap looking CDs, but the original ones had like the black bottoms. That one has a black bottom. This is random throwaway stuff, really filler stuff, which I'll clean up at some point. Rayman. And I have that Rayman 2 as well. So we're down to the N64 games. Just not a whole lot, but they're good games. Donkey Kong. You got the 007s. You got the Majora's Mask with a little hologram label. I won't go through all of them, but the Mario Karts, of course. This is actually a Japanese Mario Tennis. And this is Ocarina of Time, of course, which I'll probably go back and play these once I finish Breath of the Wild. Just to see the origins of Zelda, to see how much they took from the old games. Star Fox, of course. I only bought this one for nostalgia. I used to have this one actually when I was back in college and had my Nintendo 64. Shadows of the Empire was good. Mario 64, of course, classic. Played through it again. Tetrasphere, nice puzzle game. Wages. Then down here, it's just the little duplicates area. Some VMUs. You have your Game Boy. What do they call it? Pocket. Yeah, Game Boy Pocket. A few games. Next to duplicates. Duplicate games, which I need to trade in. Another Mario 64, Donkey Kong, Tetrasphere. Yeah, just a few duplicates. Here, you can never have enough VMUs, so it's just brand new VMUs. Why not? They're cheap. Alright guys, so last thing is these are just empty boxes. I usually don't hoard stuff, but I just can't get rid of the boxes, they put so much effort into them. They look nice, especially like this Twilight Princess box. And my Yoshi I haven't even opened up, so I probably will never open it up. Just kind of keep it. But that's about it, guys. So we'll catch you on the next game room video update. Thanks.